Yes. So, the iron can go on top here. And now it really just depends on how this thing will float. If it floats smoothly, then we can just collect stuff here without putting it down, which means on top of the water. It's free to move, but it's still safe thanks to the border around it. Besides the iron, which I don't know, one wrong move of this thing and it can just cut the border and then just fall off and cut the ground if we're unlucky, but we will see. That's why we make safe games. And yeah, now we can collect on the table whatever we have. So what is important? I wouldn't really say the seeds. I wouldn't really say anything here. This is the silver? This is the silver. I'm taking this because it's a rather rare material. Niter as well. Just in case, I'm keeping both off the water. Do we have to say goodbye to this thing? Ancient alloy, nothing too important. On the other hand, we have a few of these here and we have the 2 tungsten pieces here. I think that is important enough. Also, smaller piece of iron. Quite perfect for working on the table. I can't just leave the tungsten behind. Okay, if you want to think with me, then try to get an idea on how we can safely transport the tungsten. One of the ideas will be to have it safe clipped onto something, but I wonder if there's a way to safely transport it freeform, like we have on the table. Again, the problem with it is that its main use is to cut stuff. And that's why I don't want it on the boat in the first place, because it can cut the boat. Also, just in case we're gonna leave the tungsten behind or we need it later again, I'm gonna take the heat motors because I can't be bothered getting them again. Then again, first test, I never did this. Let's see, electric motors work. Heat motors. Okay, they got me scared for a moment, but they actually can be submerged. So it's only just drones and... It's only drones that get destroyed by water. Drones and hematite react with water, nothing else. I mean, besides the floating and physics. And we got it. We could get the windmill, but that's for another adventure. That's not for today, not for now. Anything else is just more of alloy and plastic, so we're good. Alright. Now's your chance before we go. Did I forget anything? Or is there anything you want to see me add to the boat, or that we had on the boat earlier that I just forgot to put back on? Because I think we're good to go. Paddle. The paddle was very helpful when we were on the other side, so I will need at least one around here. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. A little work table. The 3.0 version I really like so far. If this doesn't give us any problems, I will be happy as can be. Any long form piece of... That gives me an idea. So one of these will be the pedal itself. And the grip. The grip is around, how long do we want it? Around this size? And thus a pedal was born. Yep, this thing works. Where do I put you? Seriously, where do I put this thing? An idea I have would be to get a pedal stand and a small addition, basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the stand on the boat together with the addition and the pedal that we want to have. You can go right here. Now we get on top, just like that. And I don't see shit. But that's where the beauty of this comes in. We just take our lamp and just put it up. Oh, it's bright. Where's the small one? I don't see the small one we took with us. There it is. God, black on black. Perfect in the dark. Okay. This can be connected however. Doesn't matter too much. This is still all freeform. Beautiful. So all we would just have to do is grab the pedal, grab this, disconnect this, connect it again, and the pedal is free. Okay. That should be it, I think. Okay, we're having this, so you know what? We're having another connector. This connector will now hold the X. Although here's the thing, it's tungsten, so it doesn't matter too much with the water. So I will just put it here to the side, so it's never really on the boat, so it can't ever do shit. It's kind of in the way of us getting on the boat, but that's beside the point. I'm gonna look for a few apples and then we save the world and see if we can be on our way. Yep. So the only question that's left is, will we need to install a rudder or will this be sufficient? It better be. The unicorn is done. We just push it out and about. Jump on it. I need something like a ramp somewhere so I have an easier access time. So, and that's it. We connected? I have the feeling it's a little heavier and therefore slower. But slow doesn't mean shit because we have infinite energy. Bye, shore! It was a joy, and don't worry about the blueprint. We can put it out wherever. So, now it just has to survive one simple test. How long did we take for this overall? This is 2 hours and 40. Perfect. So I see one light over there, and you know what? This is exactly the light we're gonna go for. So right now only this motor is going, and since this is dragging us forward, we should be turning. We have a very high radius of turning, I realize. But we do have a radius of turning. Passive. Oh my god, this is quick turning now. Why are we turning so quick? It's passively working. I can do on the ship whatever I want. Now, the only thing I didn't consider is once we are at the light, how do I work with that without shredding it to pieces with the motors? I mean, we're gonna get to that once we get to that, I guess. But it works! We turned! We turned! We can go wherever we want! So now would be the perfect time. Where do we go in an infinite world? I guess we're just going across the shorelines. Okay, the first try here. Right, I wanted to do the... we can do that later. First up, turning. So we're heading straight to it. It works. It works so well. Let's see how turning it off will work. It works so well. I mean, you could argue it's slow. You cannot argue it's slow. And check. Yippee! It doesn't even like clunk. Usually when things collide. It doesn't even do that. This is perfect. So whenever we want, we can just go for it and be like, yep. New light? Check. New battery? Check. New piece of metal? Yeah, check, I guess. I guess we need a storage for that specifically. A piece of bigger iron? Check, I guess. No idea what to do with it as well. A piece of plastic and another solar panel. I guess technically we don't necessarily need the loud engine all the time once we do have enough solar. I mean, look at that. 3 pieces already. It's only up from here. Oh my god, and we can just continue with this. But you know what? Not now. Not now. We can go wherever we want, so... Wait, I have a theory. Okay, you've seen how quickly we've been with how this is set up here? What if we just get rid of the batteries, okay? Because the motor is currently outputting not just into the other motors, but also into the batteries. So once this here is off of the equation. Yeah, just laying it down here carefully, I guess. I do not want it to fall down. I guess we're fine. I guess we're fine. So now let's see how quick we are. Also, we need to turn because it's turning by itself right now. I can move on the boat. And it should not affect the boat too much. I love it. I love it. Now the only problem is we can kind of shred our own boat because the motors can just collide with the ground, which will push the motor inside of itself, kind of. And we had this before. Kind of destroy the flaps of the motor. We are moving on the water now. Our mobile build is on the go. So if we just put more ground on it, and we have the blueprint for that, we can expand to the side, to the front, well, back another side, of course, as well. Duh. And that means on the mobile platform, we can actually like build something stupid like a helicopter. I do not like how that jiggles. I'll ignore it. Oh my fucking god. Hi, Robeck. We gotta show the others where this is because you're the only one who's... But no, you know what? No, I take that back. Don't show them where this is because, oh, that got me. I don't know why this gets me. I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, the only thing with moving this, what we have to keep in mind is... Oh, whoa, is the direction. So basically the direction we want to go is the direction we're lifting. Look at that. This is where we came from. Takes a while to get around, but cute small island here. Honestly, I'm still not sure how I feel about the flying ones. That's what we can do. That's the goal for today. We do the same as we did in another live stream before. We're looking for one of these flying islands in a mountainous area, kind of like that there. So imagine this island over there being closer to the ground, right over the mountain. Easy access. Which would give us the first booster. And once we have the booster, we can sail to oases, to desert biomes for these green little fuckers. And we got it. We got it, man. Jump into the water for a little swim. Funnily enough, we can. Now, I wish I knew how to slow this thing. But technically, at some point it should be slowed. Like, it's dragging all the time. Android? Are we Android? Do you think this would go over my head? Do you think I'm stupid, my man? Do you think I start to think you don't like me? You say jump in the water, I get ready to jump in the water. You turn me into an android. Do you want my circuits to fry? Don't worry, we tested with the batteries beforehand. We'll be fine in the water. We can technically just... I hope no one here has thalassophobia because... Trigger warning, the floor is right there. It's not deep, but it's underwater. Just saying. Yippee! Oh. Okay, you know what? When I said it's not deep, the floor is right there. I did not expect this. Wait. I'm concerned about our motors. I could just walk along. We didn't need this whole thing. I could just walk through the world. This is stupid. We have to do this more often. Lol. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't jump in with what is it in English? Booty bomb. I don't think it's translated one-on-one. It's when you jump into the water with your butt first. Does it have a name? I'm glad I didn't do that because my butt would be destroyed and everything connected to it. Okay, oh, we can decide. Are those two fortresses next to each other? That's quite cool. Say, what if we make the boat like just taller? I mean, we can build it to the sides, like I said before, but what if we build it taller? Also, just the way it moves past. We are the ones moving, which makes it so... Oh. You know what? Fuck it. No. I have an eye on this. Right here on my ground. These are the humble beginnings. Everyone on the server that I've seen on the Primitier server is currently building helicopters and cars. So the heavens and the lands, the skies and the lands are basically done with. Now, I'm here. I think water is my element. I am Cancer after all, in terms of astrology. So water is just in my element, you know? We can build as much boat as we want. I mean, this is the humbles of beginnings were the raft. The sailboat raft, where we just had logs, wood, and a sail. We didn't have it for long because I don't know how to fucking sail, but it would have worked. It would have worked. Then we had the 2.0, which didn't really work. It was a cool try, but out of the 2.0, we built the 3.0. And this baby is working. So in theory, we have it down, and from here we can build out. So instead of having my little seat here looking against what's basically nothing, now imagine we have multiple stories. Why is my sound so different? Was I... Oh, because I was looking at my heater. Funny. Wait, let me... Okay. So we have multiple stories, and like a freighter, we can just go into the commando house, and from there we can just flip levers, and all of that cabling would go down to the motor area. And okay, the only problem with that is it would go very high, but we cannot have it very low with how, you know, how little of ground there is. Can I see the ground from here? No, not really. So yeah, we gotta be careful with that. We gotta find ways. And the funny thing is, once we have a single booster, we can collect more. Which would mean that we don't have to care about it so much. At some point, this doesn't have to be dragged by these things. We can have like a boat jet, if you will. Where do we sail? I would say this is all flat land. I would say right there down the middle. Viper! Hi! Hey! Hi there. What is that? What's that eye symbol? Are you not seeing the stream? I never saw that, not gonna lie, I'm confused. I hope everything is right on your end. Hi, welcome to the most cozy part of the stream today. Oh my god, where did we start? We started behind that island. We can still see the shore. We are slow, not gonna lie. Man. Yeah, the endless generators is the best decision we made. Now imagine a boat that would only be run by solar. Yeah, no. First of all, it would be slower. Even slower than that. We can still see the shore. But second of all, we will need to wait to use it. As of course it would use up the energy, and then have it again, and then use it up again. And then have it again. Also, we have to watch out. We can Titanic this bitch. Just saying. Oh. Ah, that makes sense. Interesting for Primitier. I wonder how that looks like, as usually it's more of a visual game. Right now though, no, I would say even now. Wait, for blind people? Oh yeah, for things like ASMR streams and such, where you have more focus on the audio. Cool. I like it. I didn't even know they had a feature like that. Now with the way we build the raft, actually... it is nighttime. I will check it on daytime, but we can go a little bit deeper with the logs, and the logs is basically what's keeping us on top of the water. So the more weight we have on a single piece of the raft, the more updrift we need, which means more logs, which we can easily shove under, well, easily in big quotation marks, because getting them underwater will be hard, but in theory, we can shove them down, basically to them 45 degrees like the others are, and plant them right between two of them. Should work. Also at the front here, technically I could take a lamp and just have it somewhere. Kind of like... Oh yeah. Oh, that works. It's a little bit bright, so I put it more down, but... there we go, a little bit of light. Yet. I don't know if I will. Wait, the game is free, why shouldn't I? But, I must say like it is. I tried gacha games once, but outside of mobile phone, they're not really my genre. So it will take a little for me to touch gacha games, because there are so many other games I would start up. One thing I really like about ZZZ, and I know that I'm not alone, is just the shark girl. Like, come on, sassy shark. Who wouldn't like that? Everyone else is rather mid. I like the Oni. Not necessarily in character, but the design. I wish I could go crazy on some characters sometimes. Like, I've seen people go crazy, like, heaven forbid crazy over the wolf boy. And I do not want to imagine how many people just got mad with me for calling him Wolf Boy. But honestly, without knowing his name, that's the best description I can give you. And I wish I could as well. Can I even call myself a furry if I don't have a strong reaction? Hello, Joe. Yeah, what's your name? Joe. Joe what? Joe Mama. Yeah. The shark girl. Mostly my opinion is biased from, you know, Twitter and fan art, which usually ends up lengths better than any official media can. Unless it's a leak where everything but the game is amazing. Also, yeah, we're already here, so I'm gonna take this baby. Not shredding it. Hey, wait, I can't shred it if I just don't have the motor active. Easy. Ah, no, Captain, move the boat. Oh, baby, that's a big... Oh, there's no island around. We're taking route in this direction. Oh god, let me get this thing down for a moment. I will just lay it on top of the boat and hope it does not roll off of it. We're moving around this side of the mountain and see... No, we would already see a sky island. The only chance we have with this is a sky island right behind the mountain. That will make me... happy? Where am I moving? There we go. Kicked up for no reason. Like, there's a lot of fan service. Yes, I'm the fan being served. Sometimes the fan service works. Like, one of the okay, For Ellen, it's mostly just the attitude. Not really the attitude. It's more like the implied attitude with the usual expression and the fangs. I know that I would hate the attitude, but something about the fangs and the dark design just gets me in a way. Not really fangs. Fangs is like the teethies at the side, more like the whole-on shark teeth mouth. Together with that just how do I say that? With that fat shark tail, like But you're right. Most of them are just baked up like that. I think that's why the Oni is like the only other character that really sticks out to me. And this one, not because of fan art. Do you think that girl gets any fan art? Nah. But because the design is more on the, how would I say that, innocent, cute way? Like the more happy, charming, active way. Kind of the same reason I liked Karlak of Baldur's Gate. Like it's the more of the personality they radiate. That's the best I can give here. Also, that's the first time we see one of these up close, isn't it? Just for a moment. Imagine, okay? Imagine. We are having a mobile world here. This is a mobile let's play. Live stream thingy-majiggy. But just imagine for a moment, we would stop here, live here. And this will be our dock, where we have like the piers down there. And then we have like not ladders, the stairs going up at the side, ziggy-zaggy. Multiple, one here, one there. And then we install like doors on top of there. And that will be like the big warehouse. And then maybe with a crane where we can get all the materials from down there without getting them up the stairs all the time, and just pulling them up and over the wall. I can see it. I can smell it. But yet, it shall not be the season. Maybe one day this game gets maps or teleport points where, okay, I'm looking. Shark mummies are kryptonite. How did you just find that out with Ellen? Because we didn't really have shark mummies before. Ellen gets compared to Gura for a good amount, but nothing else really comes to mind besides VRoid avatars. So unless you had heavy experience with VRoid avatars, I don't know where you get the shark mummies from. But hey, I am interested. It's the biggest structure of the game. That is a whole ass wall. And I think it's one single wall piece, which is just made of, I think it's plastic. So you can imagine just how much boat you can build out of a single wall of this. And it's like a maze, more or less. It has different layers. Like there's a big middle that is empty, which at some point may be a boss fight. No one really knows. With a mysterious cube in the middle you can't do shit with. And the outer part is basically a maze of 3 layers, which is full of spawners, and not just the laser shooty guy spawners, no, the explodey boy spawners as well. So that's why we haven't looked at these so far. Don't worry. As soon as we have the base going and a safe system, which I should look for as well when we're on the way. Someone remind me of that later. We can take them on. All of these thingies poking out, those are lasers, by the way. This is an adventure in of itself, and we are not ready. I mean, I could cheese it, but where's the fun in that? Ellen is what? Whoa. Why? I mean, on one hand, wait, no, let's talk about character design for a moment. On the one hand, you want to have them marketable, okay? You want to get them out there, yeah? So, like, you give them enticing designs, let's say like that. Why do you young them up? What did you just say? Like, especially in the modern times where people go crazy for the older peeps. Like when people are thirsty for all the mummies out there. Like, why do you have the need to make everything fucking schoolgirls, for fuck's sake? Also, why make them lore-wise, but the character design looks... I mean, at Ootamato, still early in life, but not like... What the fuck? Premier boss fights. I wonder how that will look like, honestly. Oh, the wall's already gone. No idea about that. We will see. We will see. I play whatever comes out. I have other priorities for the time being. One of the priorities being, let's do it this way. And the menu being with folders and maybe a search or something so I can, you know, sort it a little bit. That will be quite fine. That's more of a priority for me. I don't care about boss fights per se. I mean, we will have to build a gun first. And yes, that's on the to-do list. Older mummy. Older woman, older mummies. It's funny. It's one way or another objectifying, but hey, when you give us a game that objectifies its characters, at least give us some we can actually not relate to, but which we actually want and need. Also, although it's cultural sometimes, where was this game made? Because the Japanese still have, you know, they have a slight cultural, I don't want to call it a problem, but issue with it. I mean, look at the new anime that is out. I haven't watched it because I'm not really keeping up with new animes and stuff, but when you're long enough on Twitter, you get bombarded with it anyway. It's this, what is it, my coworker speaking Russian or something? It has a really cool character dynamic between two characters who are such a wonderful flirt on a more natural level, it feels like. They're siblings. Why can we not have good things? Why are we not allowed to? Does Primitier still get updates, by the way? What is Ootamato working on right now? They have been cooking, if I remember right, but I do not remember what. Usually the updates have a few months in between, and the first one that I was with was the electrical update, where we got the wonderful batteries and stuff. I mean, imagine a time without this. God, we still had the heat engines, but you can't do this shit with heat engines. So this wasn't possible when I began. Then we had the update of shit, what was next? I kind of lost it. I have repeated the update so many times, and now I can't remember. Give me a moment to think. The next one might have been the repair paste. Oh shit, I have to look that up. It should be though. It should be. At least I hope. Oh my god. I mean, even if it's the final version, it's a wonderful game. Don't get me wrong, but you can improve this certainly. At least to a good extent. I hope it gets updates, because what it is, like a sandbox in VR, it's addicting in of itself. I really hope that at some point I get viewers in chat that have VR, and I can make at least someone else addicted to this. Because I want this community, not just the community, I want the game to grow. I mean, okay, I will look in chat in a second, but I'm in my headspace right now. This is a game that really gets you with life stuff, that gets you interested in stuff you would normally be interested in, because for this game, once I looked up how to actually sail against the wind. What other game are you looking at that does this? Every other game on flat screen gives you a boat. I At least I can't think of a game that's like this. So every other game gives you like a boat, a sail, and you can still like sail in any direction you want without any complications. Here, you will have to learn this shit. In which other game lets you build a wonky helicopter that can actually work? It's amazing. This looks close enough, but I think it's not. You know what, for the time being, just because we have the icebergs around here, I'm gonna put this off for a second. Prefer my future girl to be at least... Oh boy! What? Where's my doorway? Let's not fall off the raft. So basically around here. Huh, I mean, yeah, it's 10 centimeters over me, but wow. Yeah, we like them tall. Which is funny, I just had the talk with someone that in modern times, a lot of men want like the petite women for some reason that are small and weak and meek and stuff like that. And me and another guy in the talk were just like, but we like them tall. Are we now the outsiders of that? Seems like no. Lots of peeps like them tall. Also, I think we will have to actually ride around the whole thing. Do we have time for the stream still?